In today's episode, Mark asks, in your perspective, how do you foresee AI reshaping the future of marketing, especially in areas like content marketing, customer journey, mapping, and analytics? This is always a challenging question. I get it for literally every professional discipline. How it's going to reshape finance and HR and sales and marketing, et cetera, et cetera. And the reason it's challenging is because of the nature of generative AI, because of the nature of things like diffusers and transformers. These tools are based on things like language and imagery. Look at your own profession. What percentage of your tasks every day are image-based or language-based? When you think about that, when you think about the customer journey, for example, is a real simple example. How much of the customer journey is impacted by language? All of it, the whole thing. At no point in the customer journey do you communicate with anybody as a customer who in some way is not using language, right? Except maybe like music videos, right? Where there's no words, there's just music and a video, but that's pretty rare. Most of the time, we're communicating with language. We are sending emails. We are in online chat. We're in face-to-face meetings. We are in Zoom calls. We're using language all the time. And because we're using language all the time, it can be very challenging then to say, like, well, what is generative AI not going to impact? If it uses language, a large language model can impact it. It can change it, right? It can alter it. Today's language models can generate very, very skillful language, right? I think that's a great way of sort of saying it. They're skillful at language. They can write content that can inform, that can persuade, that can convert, and they can do it at scale that we can't match as humans. We are not as fast. We are not as prolific. And we're limited by our physical selves, right? I can sit down at my keyboard and write, and if I'm super caffeinated or whatever, I can write a whole bunch, but I can't clone myself. I can't spin up another version of Chris and write some more stuff. Machines can. Machines can do that. Machines can spin up another version or versions of themselves and just go and go and go. And so if you have a model maybe trained on how you write, that's very likely to be a very successful way to generate a lot of content, a lot of language. If you have a chatbot, that chatbot can handle as many customers as you have compute power for. You can't hire that many people. Right? If you're a big company, you can't hire that many people to cover what a language model could do in your call center. When we talk about things like analytics, large language models are bad at math. They're really bad at math, but what they're not bad at is language. They're very good at language. And what we're seeing now, particularly with tools like ChatGPT's advanced data analysis feature, is that they know they're not good at math, but they're good at language, and so they can write in language, aka code, to have the code do the math, right? So that's sort of the workaround that these tools have discovered is they can create code in Python or R or the language of your choice, execute that code, and get math solutions that they know they can't solve. And so we're seeing tremendous usage of these advanced data analysis features in ChatGPT to process data, to look for anomalies in our data, to create algorithms and analyses that maybe we can't do, or we certainly can't do fast enough. The other day, at Trust Insights, Katie and I have been working on trying to get reporting out of HubSpot for quite some time, right? We're not paying the premier, like, most expensive fee, and so there's a lot of stuff that in the interface isn't available. But it's in the API. And so what we've been doing for a while is just trying to write the code necessary to basically build our own version of the reporting. And it was taking a really long time. The other day, thanks to the GPT-4 model and me knowing what I wanted it to do, knowing what I wanted to ask it, I knocked out like 8 major reporting tasks that previously were going to take me 4 to 8 hours at a time to do. I got all 8 done in a day because the tools generate the language needed to make things happen. And the last way that for marketing is going to be huge is true, actual personalization. We have been giving lip service to personalization for 20 years, right? We've all gotten the email saying, hi, for F name or hi first name. And the reality is we don't have the human scale to personalize, not beyond real basic stuff, right? Hey, here's an email creative for this segment or this persona in our database. It's not personalized, right? It's cohort based. And yes, that can improve things. Certainly if you are someone who maybe you're black or you're female or you're queer or whatever, and you get communications that are at least addressing your segment of the market, it feels more personalized than, hey, F name. But it's still not actually personalized because it's not a one-to-one communication, except in the most personal of businesses, right? When you go to the local diner and the server recognizes you and says, hey, Bob, good to see you again. That's sort of the dream that marketers have had for personalization that is just not coming true. But AI gives us that ability. AI has the ability to, with enough scale, with enough compute power, to do real personalization, have a language model that remembers who you are, that can pull your customer data record up and talk to you as you, the person, not the customer cohort, not the group or the category, but you. It's still very early days for that. A lot of companies have not figured out how to do that well or at all yet, but the potential is there. The potential is there for you to log onto a chatbot on a company's website and have that chatbot say, hey, Chris, it's great to see you again. Last time we talked, you were thinking about this new microphone system. Are you still thinking about it? Because there's this other one that's coming out now that maybe you might like better. Or, hey, I remember you were having that tech support issue. Did it get resolved? Because if not, it might be easier just to buy a new thing, right? You can imagine that level of personalization in our marketing. That's where this stuff can go if we let it. If we are careful about it, if we are thoughtful about it, and we are willing to do the experimentation to make it happen. That's the potential that we see in these systems. So, really good question, challenging question. There is no place where language or images are not used that generative AI cannot provide serious transformative capabilities. So, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.